Well, welcome to this coffee break, and I just wanted to do a little review and reflection on the Relational Mission Leadership Conference that we've had in June, 1st to the 4th of June 2016. I just felt just a few things from it, so much that could be said. Tremendous to be together, people gathering from all sorts of different nations. It was so encouraging, such a sense of family and friendship, which is one of the things that in a prophetic word that Penny Taylor had a few years ago was that RM would feel very much like a mixture of a cruise ship where there'd be a family and friendship, but a warship with weighty purpose. And I felt we had both of those elements in our gathering. There was a sense of God's presence, of the weight of the commissioning and the vision that we believe God's stirring us to play our part in. I felt that the key things perhaps that came through were a fresh emphasis on the enough corporate prayer gatherings. We had an enough live stream event on the Friday evening where we did the enough program in with the leaders meeting, but also put it on YouTube as a live link, and people signed into that in various places and joined in with the prayers. And I just felt there was a fresh sense of momentum with that. And where the next one's in November 2016, and looking to keep building the momentum with that. I also felt that our emphasis on everyone a witness, which is one thing we really feel the Lord has been speaking to us about, came through very strongly. So when you it's a bit like two punches. The enough large-scale corporate prayer, and the other punch is large-scale corporate evangelism, with everybody sharing their faith through words, through their stories, through preaching, through communicating the gospel in various ways, neighbours, friends, work colleagues, as well as in church, alpha courses, also all the ways of communicating the vocal gospel. Words, works, being acts of kindness, working with the poor, just being neighbourly, being kind, being salt and light in our communities, being good ambassadors for Christ in the workplace or in the community or in society at large, getting involved in really being an influence for good in our world. And then through wonders, through praying for people, through seeing signs and wonders breaking into the natural realm from heaven's realm, whether that's prayer for the sick and healing in that way, or whether it's other supernatural activities, prophetic words into people's lives, all these sorts of things. That kind of second punch, those two hashtags, hashtag enough, hashtag everyone a witness, equals hashtag boom. That came through as a kind of a joke, but it's caught on, this kind of boom effect from praying and evangelizing on a large scale. Also, we had a tremendously helpful word from Jenny Bergen, who came down all the way from Sheffield just to bring a prophetic word to us in one of the gatherings. And she was talking very much about God wanting to reveal things that were already amongst us, but that we haven't discovered yet. And it was very much to do with lengthening and strengthening. And so we're very much going to be praying, asking God to show us how do we strengthen ourselves as a family of churches. Firstly, because you've got to strengthen before you lengthen in that sense. So we want to make sure that we're heeding these words and building carefully, wisely, steadily, ready for the breaking through. She spoke very much about God breaking through in the context of wanting to lengthen and strengthen as we continue to wait on the Holy Spirit for that. And the other thing that we did at the conference was launch this book, Relational Mission, A Way of Life, and it's been selling well. And really, it's a manifesto, not so much a book of information. It's a manifesto about who we are as a family of churches. So I would encourage you, if you haven't got that, please, churches can buy a bulk and then sell them. I'd love to get it into the hands of every single person in Relational Mission, so that increasingly as we drop the stone into the pond of the leadership gathering, but that's only a small number of us comparatively, and we want the ripples to work out right the way through to every member, everyone in every one of our churches and church plants. So the book, I think, is a helpful way where we can just cast vision. We can't get everyone together in one place. And so having tools like books just to explain and things like that would really be helpful. The videos and the podcasts from the conference will be out fairly shortly by the end of June 2016, and will be on the Relational Mission Vimeo channel and the website. So I'd encourage you to use those, to have a look at those. and just to catch up with the flavour of where I think the Lord is taking us. So these books, as I said, they can be purchased from local churches, but they're also available paperback on Amazon and also Kindle on Amazon. And we'd love to just see those coming into the hands of lots of people. They're not just for people in relational mission, because I think anyone in any church, I believe the values in the book are really values that any church can apply, and that's why I'm happy to promote my own book, because I think these are things that will be of benefit to any church. So anyway, that's my reflection from the Leadership Conference. I'm very thankful to God, very humbled by his presence and the great time we had. So I hope that just helps give a little update on how it went. Bye for now. Enjoy your coffee.